ladies and gentlemen. I'm by the names Akima and Lillian, and I'm going to be your host. Today we have a very special sit down for you because literally we are sitting down. So we're going to have a sit down about a very special person. This is a person who has had a great impact on our school. She is a great woman. She is courageous. She is determined. She is very hardworking. She is just wonderful. So I do not come alone. I have my fellow students with me. I'd like to give them some time to introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Ardi Juve Nyoita, and I have known this special person for 13 years now. And as Lillian has said, she's someone who's very influential and very caring and very surprising in her way.
Hello everyone, my name is Anassa Faith and I've known this person for 4 years, and for me she's just an amazing person who has encouraged me through my toughest time, and I'm very grateful for that, and she's just amazing like Linia said.
Hello, my name is Rika Ikaze. I've known her for 3 years. She's a special, amazing, encouraging woman, and thank you.
Hello, my name is Leraya Ann. I've known this person for 6 years now, and I like her because she's kind, courageous, helpful. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Owen Ineza Tristan, and I've known this special woman for 2.5 years now. And to me, she's a very strong, impactful woman who I look up to a lot.
Thank you so much. My name is Angelo Osti. I have known this woman almost 11 to 12 years now, and she has been there at my worst. She's always been helpful, and I'm so grateful to have her in my life. Thank you.
Wow, what an amazing person. Thank you guys for your introductions. So, like everyone has talked about how long they've known her. So, I've personally known her for 3 years since I came to the school. She has been very impactful on my life. She has, given me the courage, pushed me. She's helped me in so many ways that I cannot even speak. Sometimes, part of the reason that I keep encouraging myself, that I keep moving in this school, is because she encourages me. So, who is this person? So, basically, this person is none other than our school principal.
Yay!
Pleasure being with you guys.
Welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure having everybody around. It feels good having met you for a long time. I remember him when he was still a baby in grade 1. I used to remember Owen joining us in O-level. I remember Angelo in stage 2. He used to smile through the window every time I passed by the window. So looking at them, they have grown up, responsible, athletic we have in the school. So this makes me so proud. So pleasure sitting down with you, and I look forward to a chit chat with you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, dear principal. So, I'd like you to start by giving us an introduction, your names, what it's like to be, the principal of a school, an international school like Mother Mary. What have been some of the challenges? What has your experience in our school been like?
Thank you, guys. Pleasure again being with you. My name is Diana Nawati. I've been a principal in Mother Mary for coming to 14 years. And I've seen all these children. I don't call them children. I've seen all these babies grow up. I've seen them all the ups and downs. I've seen them through the struggle. And they have also seen me through my ups and downs. They have seen me go through my challenges and achievements. So sitting down with you makes me very happy. So all about me, I think I'm not going to say much about me because you have so much to share with the world. The reason why we should always be doing this, right? So I'm just honored, and we shall learn more from me as we go on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Diana. We're very glad to have you here. So I'm pretty sure everyone here has something to say about you, something to ask, something in general that they have been very curious about. So, Anessa, is there anything that you'd like to say or ask?
For as long as I've known her, she's a very hardworking person, and in my opinion, I could not see myself as her because there's some days that I wake up feeling so tired. I wake up feeling so I just don't want to wake up. But I'm always wondering how does she, get the energy because I've seen her work so hard and it's just so impressive and I'm wondering, damn, I really want to be like her. I want to be like her, to be inspired by her, and I just want to know how you do it.
Thank you, Anasa. It's really nice. I've known her for 4 years. She has always been very vibrant. I think like me, she's vibrant. But guess what? You'll know when she's feeling sad. Her eyes will be red when she's feeling sad. So one gives me the energy. I've always say I just have that passion for education. I'm in the right place at the right time. I just love education, and the best of it, I love children. I love children. I love to see children move from one step to another. Guys, I've seen you cry coming to school with your parents. I've seen you being carried on the back every day. And I've seen you being held your hand to school every day. And guess now, you just wake up by yourself. So that is something which gives me energy every day. And I'm just honored. I feel so grateful being part of your journey. Thank you.
Sorry, adding on to that energy thing.
Yes.
You're always around on campus in sportswear, participating in activities. Is that still passion driving you? Because say for example the culture days we have, the sharing days, you are the most involved person. Coordinating, doing this, doing that. So is that still passion driving you? Because
can I tell you something? I'm excited being in your culture day. I'm excited on putting on my best costume. As you're preparing for your culture day, I'm preparing my costumes. Like I have it prepared 1 week ago. If it is going to put on my African wear, my traditional Chiganda wear, I make sure I send it from home. I make the calendar, right? So I have all my costumes laid out. Oh, what am I going to put on the culture day? I have to bring out the best in myself. So the more you're excited about culture day, is the more I'm excited. To me, it's not a duty. It's being part of it and shining through my cultures and my character. So I wish everybody could go through that. Thank you.
Wow, that is truly amazing that you can always be so energetic and so, positive moving around the school. You're so involved in our school activities. It's honestly just amazing. So you always manage to always be energetic, charismatic. We all have our bad days. We all have days when we're exhausted and tired, and sometimes it can even be during work. How do you deal with such kind of exhaustion, such kind of, being tired and,
I'm human, and I always say I'm human, I'm passionate, I'm sensitive. So I get tired like anybody, I get sensitive, especially I get sensitive on the children, how they are. I get sensitive, so I get tired, that's true. But can I tell you something? When I get tired, I'm thankful for the time I've spent at school. So that keeps me, getting ready and hopeful for tomorrow. So getting tired, it's part of life. I don't give it so much,
I just wanted to ask, once you feel that exhaustion, how do you pull through to come back the following day and still smile and still be there for us?
Amazing. I sleep early. Do you know, guys, I'm in bed by 8:30. This has been my routine. Guess what? I'm in bed 8:30. So I have my alarm set reminding me I have to sleep early. Otherwise, you'll not see this energy. Last night, because we had a sit-down talk, I was in bed by 8. So I'm always early. It keeps me, I get to sleep and forget all the pressure for the day. And then I wake up very early too. So I'm awake by 5, get to see what's happening in the world, get to see what's happening in Israel, get to see what's happening, the social celebrities are happening. Because guess what? I have to tell you the stories that's happening. Because you don't watch news, guys. You know that? So I have to be following what are the Kardashians doing, because you'll be asking me that. So I have to be up to date so that I can get to share with you the latest stories happening. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Owen. So that is very amazing, because it's good to stay update with the teenagers and the students. They're always, what's going on in the world, the trends, TikTok, everything. It's really good when you get to relate with them, on what's latest, what's trending. Yeah. So, Rika, is there anything that you'd like to tell us about the principal?
I'd like to ask. I see you moving up and down around school, running around. How do you keep energized and smile every day?
Yeah. Yes, I'm moving around every day. I love that question. Moving everywhere, running. Guys, do you see me run every day?
Yes.
Do you see me energized every day?
Practically.
Do you see me smiling every day?
Of course.
Oh God. It's can I tell you something, guys? I was not born like this. This is a fact. I was not born like this. But I realized that the world needs strong people. The world needs happy people. The world needs people who are ready for the day as per now. In the past, our parents could go it. It's a fast world, right? So being in an international school with international students like you, with international standards, you have to be energetic. You have to be motivated. Remember to speak up when you're feeling down. Remember to have somebody to rely on when you're feeling down. I do have people I speak to, so that keeps me. So the energy is coming from there, all right? That I created it. I realized nobody's going to push me. Does anybody push you in the morning when you wake up? Apart from your parents? It's your mind. It's your mind, yeah? So I just created it myself, knowing the world we are in right now.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you so much. To add on with that, as you said, you'll be going around, moving around the school, moving around people, and you keep on moving around with motivations and being so positive around people.
Yeah.
How is it that you manage being so optimistic around people?
Because you guys, do you know you have beautiful, innocent faces? Do you know that?
Oh, wow.
You have so much. When I look at you, I see these angelic, innocent, beautiful faces. And I'm imagining the life ahead of you. I'm imagining the world ahead of you. I'm imagining how the world will be 20 years from now. So I feel if I don't give you that hope now, through my smile, through a word at least, because when I find Angelo at the wrong place, definitely first thing I'll smile and then bring out the principal within me, yeah? So, because guess what? Angelo will face the world. Angelo is leaving the school just recently. The world is not going to have pity on you. So let me give you the smile with a motivation so that when you move out, you're able to give back to the world as I did. The world is not an easy place, but it's fun when you're fun with the people around you. Thank you.
So adding on to that, with that way of thinking,
Yes.
I believe I've known you long enough to describe you in these 3 words. Madame Dana, you are reliable,
Yes.
you are professional,
Thank you.
and you are stable.
Thank you.
Now, reliable, I'll come to that later on. Let's go to professional.
Perfect.
One is the way you present yourself.
Yes.
You have never given us a bad outfit. That is something you did not know. Since I've been in primary, either your shoes and your blouse match, the color coordination, there is such detail to everything.
Yeah.
And then there's also, went to be Diana the principal and Diana the friend.
Such a.
So in that professionalism, how did you reach that?
I would say, guys, you're always smart. I think Mother Mary has created the best, smartest students in and out, right? Mother Mary has created the best students at heart. Mother Mary has created students who are organized. We are giving beyond what is in a book. And this one is a fact, right?
Yeah.
This is a fact. So how am I going to give what I don't have within me? You understand? So personally, about styles, it's part of my job. You understand? It's part of my job, a principal. And I cannot put on suits every day, right? Because, come on. It's this generation, right? But I would like also to be on your trend, guys. I'm having international students. How am I going to put on a suit Monday to Friday? So that one is because of the standards that we put. And secondly, I would say it's inborn. It's my genes, maybe. They are my genes, maybe. And lastly, you talked about how I can remind me about that.
Diana the principal at the
Diana
right
the
place,
principal
and Diana the friend.
Diana the friend, the bittersweet, right?
Yes.
Can I tell you something? There is Diana, and there is Diana the principal. And as a leader, I usually would like, you are going to be leaders of tomorrow. Leadership of today has failed because people mix business with pleasure. I do not mix business with pleasure. This one, I swear. Reason being that leadership, I need work to be done. I need you to produce the best grades in the world, you know? So at the end of the day, I'll give you a hug in the morning when you're coming in. But when I come in class and you don't have notes, I don't know how it's very problematic. So I would say at the end of the day, I want you to be the best. It's humanity and leadership at the same time. Because at the end of the day, your parents need results, right? Very good.
Well, adding on that, a lot of people cannot manage that. Like, they mostly want to be nice to you because, you know, you're a close
leader.
friend or
Yeah.
something like that. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering, like, how do you still, it's just so hard for other people to do. How do you still manage it?
Yeah.
Like, because, like, let's put in a scenario where you become the principal, Diana, then maybe they get mad at you. Like, how do you respond to that?
I think there is something I would say. When you have a name, celebrities, you've seen celebrities having an entourage of different people moving with them, and then when money is finished, they all disappear. As far as I know, I'm a principal now, but I'll not be a principal forever. You understand? Some young person, energetic, or somebody bigger than me might take up the place tomorrow. And that one, I'm aware about it every day. So I want to give myself for today, and when another person comes tomorrow, I give the torch to that person in a very humble way. So I would wish to have somebody be with you each day the way you are, all right? And may God bring the next day successfully. All right? Thank you.
I just wanted to add on to Ardi's point as well.
Yes.
So the thing of coming in smart every single day,
Yes.
I think it also has a big influence and an impact on us because you're not only motivating us to come looking good, but to even outside of school, we still show up looking good. And that is always one thing that we always need to look smart. So I definitely love that. That's something you do.
Amazing. Guys, are you already smart outside?
Yes.
You have to be smart
We try.
outside because
We try.
guess what? People first look at your appearance before what is inside. And when you start to speak, that's when they can engage your brain, yeah? So smartness should be part of us always. Okay?
Honestly, I think all that is very true because we meet every single day when like Monday to Friday, and I'm always like, Madame Diana, you look so good. Madame Diana, you wow. Like for a person who's like older than us, sometimes you expect them to be dressed in a certain way because of stereotypes. But she's always giving us, a new way. Like we're in class and she passes by, we're like, wow, she looks really good, which I think is very amazing and relatable to us, because when we're out of school and we're not studying anymore, we need someone to look up to. We're like, you know what, I remember my principal, she used to do, when you're going for a job interview and you're not sure what you have to dress, what you have to wear for the interview, or you're going to work, you'll be like, I remember my principal used to dress up like this and that looked very professional, I was impressed. So I think that can be very helpful as well, in the future when we're out of school. So we're very grateful. Hello, Naraya.
I was also wanted to ask about, I always see like when kids come to your office and like they're sad or something, but like when they enter they're like so sad and mad, but like when they get out they're very happy. So what do you do for them to be as happy?
Can I tell you something? I have a box of chocolates in my office.
We love those
I have, please don't come for the chocolates. Number one, before the chocolates, I do have a smile with me. So no matter my situation, guys, I go through struggles like anybody, right? Because I'm human. But one thing I do carry, my smile every day. I smile every day. Because if you don't know what person has gone through that day or the night. So I smile. After smiling, I give a big hug to everybody. After a big hug, I ask, how was your day? How is mom? How is dad? Do you mind if you can talk about how you're feeling? So we get to sit on our sofa and talk about things before anything. And before we know it, it's gone. Somebody moves out, of course I don't forget the chocolate. All right, so that's how it is.
Thank you. While we're still on that, let's talk about the reason why they come to you in the first place. Yeah. So as a principal, you are put in a situation where you have to know a lot of people, and in turn they come to you seeking for guidance and advice and all that. Personally, I know that because I have been in that office more than I care to remember, honestly. So this would say you're somewhat trustworthy, and coming back to my point, reliable as well. So when did you start developing this thing in you that attracts us to come to you? Because I will be in a situation and I'm having a hard time at school with my peers or any other stuff that a student goes through. And then I will think to myself, and amongst my friends, my age mates that are more likely to understand what I'm going through, and I will still go past them and come to you. Yeah. So when did you start developing this thing in you?
I think in a personal experience, I've been in school, like you guys. I've been in school, and I've been in high school, and I've been in a school whereby a teacher does not give you credit. I've been in a school whereby, because I've already said I've never been the top best student. So I realized this through my teachers. They did not give me the credit. I'm sorry to talk about this. So the moment I graduated in university, the same day I promised myself I have to make a contribution to wherever I'll go as a teacher. I'll change the lives of the children I'll be teaching. I'll do the opposite of what my teachers did. My teachers never hugged me. My teachers never had time to smile with me. My teachers never credited me for the 10% I got in math. You understand? If maybe they had credited me, maybe I would be somewhere far beyond who I am. But anyway, I'm grateful for who I am right now, right? So I promised myself I'll always be there for all the students I'll be leading. I promised myself I'll stand by any student. And I'm enjoying it because because you are not going to do the same, right? Because you've got hugs from me, smiles from me, being listened to, you're forgiving like me, you're stylish like me. So I guess you're going, now the generation is being created. And I guess thanks to Mother Mary for giving us that platform, right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You make us feel so recognized. Coming back to that recognition thing,
Yeah.
for as long as I've been here,
Yeah.
you always magnify to that one little thing, each and every one of us. Basically, you bring out
Yeah.
that one thing we are good at,
Yes.
and then you put it out there.
So true.
I have countless certificates for best handwriting since
you do.
primary.
Yes, you
I
do.
have certificates for it's all those little things.
Do you have a display of your certificates?
Sorry?
Do you have a display of your
Oh,
certificates?
they are framed.
Guys, you
they are
should
framed.
frame your certificates.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
So adding on to that, how does it feel to create a safe space in the school? Because as they said,
Yes,
we
please.
really trust you. Because like in my mind, when I'm in like my lowest moments, I'm like, I'm at school right now, and like I don't know how to deal with it. So much pressure. And the first thing that comes to my mind is like, oh, Madam Diana,
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to you, speak to you, joke with you. Maybe I'll feel better. And how does it feel to create that?
Creating a safe place, my dear. Everyone, you have a right to the best, safest, healthy place in this world. Okay? I kindly request you that always remember there is that one person who cares. And that one person who cares from the bottom of my heart is Diana, the principal, at this moment. I'll not do it perfectly at one time, maybe because I'm human, but I have you at heart. I'll take your problem, carry it with me, solve it with you, and be happy with you. Okay? So with that, I feel you are safe and protected because it's your right. All right? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everybody. So usually it's always like in life, they're like, it takes one person to change another person's life. If you're having a problem and you feel like you're not getting the right attention, all it takes is one person to care for you, to show you the way, and you're going to be right back on the path. So thank you, Principal, for being that one person.
Pleasure. Thank
Alright,
you,
so,
guys.
Guys, we'll be back after this break. Thank you. So now that we have seen the impact that our principal has had on our school, we've dived into what kind of person sense she is, how she has impacted the school, everything that makes her Mrs. Diana. So we're going to dive right into, there are very many work problems going around in high school, in the outside world. We're looking at bullying, we're looking at depression, we're looking at body shaming, and so many other issues that are facing the young generation. So we'd like to dive into what she knows about that, how she sees all of those issues, how she addresses them in case, a student comes to her having an issue, the student is being bullied. How does she handle that? How does, when it's like depression, how do you help the student? So, Naraya, I'm pretty sure that you've seen, you've had like about many problems go around. So what do you think about that?
Okay, for some reason I think it's bad because like bullying is bad and body shaming is the most like worse in old stuff. But like all I want to encourage people is that avoid bullying and body shaming.
Thank you so much for that message. Guys, like she said, body shaming is a very bad thing, but so principal,
Yes, please.
she said bullying is bad. I'm pretty sure like in the school we have encountered sometimes, a student who's being bullied. How do you handle a situation so delicate, so that involves a student, probably coming to you is hard because the students, it's like they're telling on the students. So that's also another problem. How do you address a problem like that?
I would say to the rest of the world and to the rest of everyone, I would say you are special the way you are. You are special being brown. You are special being black. You are special short, tall. Everybody is created special. This cannot stop until you realize who you are, until you appreciate who you are, until you realize I was born this way. You cannot take this away from me. Unless when you're twins. But even if you're twins, you are unique from another person or unique from your siblings. So this is a mindset of everybody, I would say. So teenagers, adults, as long as you know who you are and you appreciate who you are, it's gonna be easy. Most of the cases I've experienced in my office, most of the cases I've experienced from students, bullies who are bullying other children are children who are having it rough in their families, are children coming from broken homes, are children coming from violent homes, are children who are looking for superior motives. Usually, these are not normal children. So, the moment you realize somebody's doing this to you, run to the nearest person. Have a confidant. It's not okay for somebody to body shame you. It's not okay for somebody to discriminate you. Because you know it is wrong. Don't give a chance to somebody to do that to you. If you give a chance by keeping quiet, you're promoting this kind of behavior. So that's why I personally have created this world whereby you're free to come in anytime. My door is open. Let's talk about it. I will follow you. I'll follow whoever is doing this. I'll talk to you and I will know the reason why you're doing this. By the end of that day, you'll never do this or even regret why you've done this. So first know who you are. Appreciate yourself so that somebody cannot take that advantage. All right? Thank you.
Something else I have noticed that's more common currently than it was back in the day.
Yes,
I think you've even talked about it at some point about children's mental health being affected currently, especially with academics.
so true.
And it is something we've all faced. I think I've faced it at some point as well. Academic pressure is real, so you feel drained at some point.
So true.
I just want to understand how you address to students, because I know they do come to your office as well to kind of talk to you, and you listen to them as a mother as well. So just want to kind of understand your approach on that.
Yeah, academic pressure, it's normal. It's normal because I do have most of you candidates, or when you just want to get out, a few months to do your stage 12. Majority of you have gone through checkpoints, IGCSE. So academic pressure is normal, but when you go into an emotional depression because of academics, it's not normal. All right? So number one, I usually tell my students, number one, just get prepared from the start. All right? You have to usually it happens at the last minute. People revise at the last minute. You know, it's months to revision, people get into revision. So number one thing, you have to know generations and generations have done exams. You're not the first person to do it. Number two, you have to know where am I going? This is my dream. Fight for it knowing where you are going. Number two, just know this is short-lived. You're not going to do exams for a full year, right? I'm going to fight for them for 3 weeks, do my exams, move out. Your preparation goes on for 1 year, but the process of doing exams is just 1 week. It's gonna finish. After 1 week, you are going to roam around all the streets in Kigali, right? You're going to move to London, New York, go anywhere. So be prepared psychologically, take it slow, academically accept this is your time. I have to do it, I have to go through this, and I have to succeed. It's gonna be fine. It's going to be fine. All right? Thank you.
Oh, I also wanted to add on, there are some kids in the school who have like mental issues.
So true.
How does Mother Mary help them in their academics?
So true. Guys, mental health is real. And people do not know that is happening. All right? I wish at one time talk about the symptoms or the characteristics of this occurrences. Mother Mary, first thing before we know it, is creating a conducive environment for you to walk up to Madame Diana and say, I am challenged. For me, as Mother Mary, is for you to walk to your teacher. Walk up to your teacher and say, teacher, this subject is hard. Teacher, I'm struggling. So number one is creating a conducive environment. Number two is identifying your strengths and your weakness. Because not everyone is going to be number one. Not everybody is going to get A's. Remember, we are not equal. So we teach you to know your strength and your weaknesses. We teach you to know that I am struggling in chemistry. I need help. Number two, Mother Mary created a special class. It's a department called Quality Assurance, whereby for any learner who is struggling, each morning before others begin their normal lessons, there are always remedial lessons to help any learner who is struggling. Do you know what they do? They repeat whatever was taught that you did not understand. It will not happen. It will not be once. It takes time. So you just have to be there. Do not feel discriminated. Do not feel, oh, I'm not strong enough. My friends are going to see me. Just know you are special. Your friend who is not in that class is good in chemistry, but you are struggling in biology. So just know who you are. Be there. Fight for yourself with dignity without feeling harassed for being there. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would want to add on to, I have seen people going over depression because of this person has said this one has said this. You know, people talk.
People talk.
And you don't know whatever they said, but what would you, as a Mother Mary principal, because mostly you have things mostly in the school,
Yes.
what would you talk about people talking about?
Yeah. By the way, thank you so much. That's a very interesting question. People talk. Can I tell you something? Babies are talked about, newborns are talked about, adults are being talked about, business people are being talked about, our presidents are being talked about, discussed. Billionaires are discussed, you know? Kylie is discussed. You understand? So, who am I not to be discussed? If Kylie, 22 or 23 years old, a billionaire at that age, is being discussed, Bill Gates is discussed, who am I? So, I kindly request you guys to know everybody's talked about, everybody's gossiped about, they talk, let them talk. But can I tell you something? Know your dignity as a person. So ask them, because those people are always 30%, they talk positive things about you. It's 70% negatives. But you know who you are, right? Let them talk. And as they're talking, you're moving to another level. All right? The moment you realize that let them talk, I'm going to be moving to another level, it will make you feel better and you start to ignore them. Ignore such people, guys. Ignore such people. It doesn't make sense, right? Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Madame Diana. So, let's talk about influence. So, in our generation, we are a very influenced generation. Yeah. So, we have social media, we have influencers, all these platforms. And what is your take on it? And what could you tell us we could do to avoid it reaching toxic levels? Because it does. We have teenage girls maybe measuring themselves to all these beauty standards. And then this later results to depression because those are impossible standards. But still, there's still that influence. You know, it has come to a point where it determines how we feel certain times of the day, how we react to things, and maybe that's not what you had initially. So what do you think on this influence we have that we allow on us, and what would you tell us to mediate it?
It's a social media world, right? I'm humbly requesting, do not be a slave to social media. Because whatever is being put outside there is wrong. People don't post their dirty linens. They post the highs of the good pictures, the filters of their images. So humbly, I'm requesting everyone, do not be a slave to social media. If you feel you're being body shamed on social media, just get off social media. Have power to control yourself on social media. Have power to control what you post, what you say, what you do. You are the power. You are the driver of your social media. All right? There are some social media pages I don't even visit or I don't go to because I have my power to lead myself. And it doesn't add up to me. You understand? Those people will not be there when you're low. They like you when you're high. So you have the power to control that. All right? However, when you're faced with such a scenario, my humble request is hold your head high because you know who you are. All right? Thank you.
Well, speaking about influence, social media,
Yes.
and young adults, I would like to know your point of view or your advice to
Yes.
those young adults who get influenced or who are bullied because of how they seem to be like or how they act
Yeah.
or the way they seem to be or how people see them.
Yeah.
So I would like to know what's your point of view on that and your advice.
My dear girl, you are special the way you are. You are special the way you were born. You are beautiful the way you are. Do not give your heart and soul and your ears to such. It took me time to realize who I was. It took me time. I think I realized myself after high school. That's when I was like, oh, because I'm a person who reflects on myself every day. So the moment you sit back and reflect yourself, because you're coming from different families, right? You have different moms, you have different dads, and you're having different siblings. My siblings are not going to be your siblings. My siblings are going to be my siblings. My body is not going to be your body. My body is going to be my body. So why should I give that time to that? So it's a mindset which you should control. All right? And if it's happening to you, always remember, I am special. I am born this way, and nobody's going to take this away from me. All right? Thank you so much.
On that point, I do agree with you. However, I wanted to ask on the part of how social media is kind of influencing how our personalities are being shaped.
Okay.
Something I have noticed is that younger children
Yes.
who get onto social media at a younger age, it's kind of like the social media shapes who they become. So anything that's going on, anything that's trending, for example, they just go on with that. And sometimes it can have a positive impact, but then it also does have a negative impact.
Okay.
So just wanted to know what are your thoughts on that as well.
It's a generation of social media. I don't feel it's a safe, but it's not a safe place. What do I mean? People are making money out of this. People have made their names out of this. People have made their brands out of this. Yes, thank you. But are they conscious about what is happening beyond that? Because go to school, guys. Study. Get to define the good and the bad. And then go for it. If there is no additional value of social media to your life, compare and contrast and take a choice. Because I've seen people rise from social media and I've seen people fall down in just a second. But you guys, you know all the standards, right? You are in international schools whereby you know your values, your standards, and your strength. Take a choice and stop it immediately. Because even if your mom and dad stops you, you are going to nick under the bed and go for it. But it's you to hold that engine again and stop it if you're not feeling safe there. All right? You are the driver, remember. All right? Thank you.
So, social media is influencing us, the youth, very much these days. You know, we're measuring ourselves up to all these celebrities who have gone through countless surgeries, you know, to look the way they do for social media, because, like you said, it pushes up their brands, it promotes their image, you know, that's how they make money. But, you know, when they get that money, just so they can, you know, make more, they go through countless surgeries, you know, they have makeup, like you said, filters, you know, to make their pictures look so much better. And we want to measure ourselves up to those standards when we don't have, you know, the resources like they do. So most of the times you find like it arises problems like depression for the generation, because, you know, you start hating yourself. You're like, why don't I look like that? You know, you're like, you know, my waist is not that small. You know, you look at yourself in a different light because, you know, you're seeing people on social media and you don't look like them. So how can we, as, you know, the fellow youth, fellow peers, because, you know, we all go through it day to day, but how can we help our fellow peers who are going through depression? Because sometimes it's hard to talk to an adult because, you know, they're like, they won't understand. It's very hard to approach them. But how can we, as the youth, help our fellow peers who are going through, you know, a phase where they're comparing themselves to celebrities or going through depression?
I would say it's a simple thing. I would tell people always, speak out. Speak. Communicate. Whenever you are going through such a time, have somebody to speak to. Do not keep quiet, please. Have somebody. There is somebody, a particular person, and not just a friend. Somebody who is older than you, who is experienced. We have pastors you trust. We have aunties you trust. You have experienced, because at some time you go to your friends, right? They're your age mates, they're all on social media, they're the ones who are gossiping about you. Look for the best experienced person. Principals are there who are trustable, teachers are there who are trustable. Speak out experienced so that the problem is solved. We need you alive, we need you sober, we need you strong, and we need you healthy. Please communicate and let us know so that we can make it better for you.
Thank you very much, dear
You're
Principal. So we have, you know, seen the problems that we're facing in this generation that are dealing most of the times with mental issues which affect our education. So like I said, it only takes one person to change another person's life. So if you have that friend that's dealing with depression, that's dealing with bullying, just know by speaking to them, by getting them to, you know, by making them feel comfortable and loved and special, they can change, they can feel better, they can improve their mental health, their mental situation, they can feel more comfortable and feel special and come out of the depression. So thank you very much. So I'm very sure all of us here have, you know, something that you've always wanted to say to a principal, something that, you know, from your heart, from the bottom of your heart, I mean, something you've always wanted to say to her, whether it can be gratitude, whether it can be, you know, anything particular that you have always wanted to say. So, Owen?
Thank you, Lilian. So for me, I've been very thankful for a lot of things you've done for me during my time here. But one of the things that have truly touched me since, so it goes a bit back. When I was new to the school, the first thing when I saw you is like, oh, the principal. But once I started talking to you, it felt like I could open up to you about anything. I remember at some point, I brought up certain concerns where I would come to you and I'd be like, okay, I think we should change this. I think we should do that. I think we should do this. And you always found a way to listen to me and actually take action to it. So something that I really appreciated about you since the very, very beginning is that you listen to us and you cooperate with us. You take our ideas and you actually implement them, which at the end of the day gives us a school we're happy to be in. And yeah, I'm very grateful for that.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you so much, Owen. How about you, Anessa?
For me, I'm very grateful because she has been here with me in my toughest time. She has encouraged me. But the most favorite part is that she's that person that I can be free with. usually for me to open up or be free to a person and open up, it's really hard. So I found for the few days I have known her since I came, it was easy for me to open up to her. It was easy for me to vibe with her, to go talk to her about anything, because I'm not a chill person. I'm very talkative. And yes. And she usually listens to me, and I love when people listen to me. It's it feels nice because you actually care. So that feels nice. And also I like the way she's creative. She has brought so many things for us, like Culture Day, which I love to participate in, by the way. She brought so many events that we enjoy being in. She's just brought a home to a school, which is very rare to see. And I'm just so happy that I got to know you, and I'm so grateful. And I just want to say you're such an amazing person, and you're just like a mother to me. So thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Anasa.
Angelo, is there something that you want to say?
Oh, well, I would say a lot, but let me just summarize because I'll talk a lot about her. I've been there. She's always there for me. And even in the day, I would feel like I'm mad, and then I just see her moving around and just like, oh, Madame Danny is there. So let me just, keep on vibing the situation, keep on matching the energy. But she's the type of woman that I feel so safe with. And no matter what, I would go to her and she would take care of whatever problems, anything going through me. And I would make sure I tell her every single thing, every single problem I have, so that I get to where I want to go. And I'm really so thankful that she's there, actually. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being there,
Angela.
and may God keep on blessing you with that.
Bless you too. I've been with him since he was a child. So I still remember, and he still has the same smile since he was a child. So I'm honored about that. Thank you, Angelo.
Abdi? She's here. Our principal is here right now.
So I
if
will
there's
say a
something-
lot.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say a lot.
All right.
Basically, it's just all that you do for us.
Yeah.
You bring out what we sometimes don't know we have in us. So I'll try and do the same. You are a very influential person in a good way, because we talked about influence.
Yeah.
It's the little things you do really that stick with someone. I could mention a lot, but the small gestures that you do, they really impact people. Allow me share this small personal experience. There's this one family event you kindly agreed to attend.
Yes.
And that day we had left Diana, the principal, home. We had left her home. We had left her home. And you shared this dance with us as a family. To this day, believe it or not, to this day, you are talked about in our family. In a good way. We also talked about being talked about. Yeah. So you are talked about in a good way. The dance has been recorded. Just so you know, it's
You
there.
have the dance?
I have the recording. I
That's
have the recording. So it's just you are easy. You are very reachable. You are very easy to get to, and you are very transparent, honestly. And my message to you would be, keep on, because for the 13 years I've known you, I know how much this has helped me, and I know if you keep this on, it will probably help someone more, just like it did to me. So just keep on, and just know, it feels kind of wrong saying this because it's supposed to be the inverse, but I will say this: I am very proud of you. From deep within, I am so proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. That's my boy. That's my boy. He's grown up, and I'm proud of him too. Thank you.
Wow, we're very close to shedding tears, but yeah. So thank you very much, Ardi. That was a very heartfelt message. Our principal is very influential, and she's really touched our hearts. Hello, Rika. Please tell us your message.
Madame Diana is a amazing and special woman. For these few years I've known her, she's so caring, she's encouraging, She's courageous, she's kind, and she's a warm person to talk to. Sometimes she's tough. She's a tough woman.
Yes, very necessary.
But in her tough way, she loves you very, very much. And I would like to thank you so much for encouraging me. Because like all the times you have talked in class and telling out your fellow students, it has helped me a lot. And academically and physically and emotionally, I would like to thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much, Rika. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Rika. You know, tough love is very much necessary. Yeah, tough love is necessary.
Bittersweet.
It's necessary because sometimes we can go out of line as students, but you know, we need someone to push us right back on the path, even drag you by the ears if necessary. Yes. So, Nera, please give us your final message.
I'm actually very grateful that I have Madame Diala as a principal, because without her, I'm nothing. And I thank her for all she's done for me. She's kind, helpful, encouraging, creative. And I thank her mostly for helping me in my toughest times. So all I'd like to say to you as a message is that you're the best principal ever, and may God bless you.
Thank you so much. You're making me teary, guys. Same.
Honestly,
you're making me teary.
This has been heartfelt, guys. You've had such a great impact on us, on our lives. So, you know, we're grateful to you.
Thank you.
Because many of us have been here. Some of us shorter than a year.
Yeah.
Others a year, 2 years, extending all the way up to 13 years. So, and you've, even for a person who's known you for a month in your school, you've had such a great impact. So
Thank you.
we're very grateful to you.
Thank you.
So, you know, you've told us, you know, about you. You have told us about, addressed the issues of the world. So please tell us, you know, advice that you'd like to give us to go on in life, a final message, a message for all the viewers that are looking at, you know, looking at us right now, who are seeing us, the students of Mother Mary in general, something that you'd like to tell us, a final piece, if I may say.
I would like, first of all, thank you guys for the sit down. It's very important for a principal, whatever you put us there, and we come down. And for me, please don't ever put me up there. I'm like you. I'm like anybody of you. As long as you do my work, we cool. So from bottom of my heart, I feel honored for having served education for this time. I feel so honored for having met you through my journey. And my message to you always, whatever you have learned from me, whatever you have learned from Mother Mary, whatever you have learned through this journey of international standards and system, give it back to the world with all your heart and your soul. I've told you to be kind to people. Please be kind to people. At the same time, I've told you to be strict and principled with your lives. Please be strict and principled with your lives. We cannot play Monday to Friday. We need to put food on the table. Your parents need results. I need you to shine out on the world. And you cannot shine out with the world with just playing around. So I'm so honored. I'm glad that you have picked at least some of my characters which you're going to share with the world. So with me to you and with me to the rest of the world, Mother Mary students, Gahanga, Chibagabaga campus, may you shine by giving back whatever Mother Mary has given to you to the world. Share it to the world. Be kind, respect, be disciplined as always. Academically, bring the best results on table for your parents. Honor your parents, honor everybody around you. Being humble does not hurt. Smile, guys. Smile back to the world. And when you smile back to the world will smile back at you. Thank you so much for the sit down. It was an honor. I'm honored, I'm privileged, and I wish you all the best in life. I look forward to seeing doctors and lawyers treating me, being in court with you guys when you are lawyers, surgeons, treating our grandchildren. So pleasure having you guys. May God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. First of all, thank you very much. Thank you, our principal, for being with us today. You know, it has been a great sit down, right? It's been honestly amazing diving into how you have impacted our lives. Each and every one of us here, each person, you have had such a great impact on who we are today. You have pushed us, you have given us values, you have basically, as a metaphor, you have shed a light in us that will always shine. Yes, they'll always shine even out in the world. So we're very grateful. We're so thankful to you, and we want you to know that we'll make you proud. Just as we're so proud to call you our principal, we'll make you proud in life. When we go out there, we'll make sure that wherever we go, whatever great things that we're meant to become, whatever impact that we have on the world, will always be like, you know what, we were from Mother Mary, and this was our principal. So thank you so much. Know that you're loved. We love you deeply. We love you very much. And, thank you for always keeping your door open for us. Yes. So thank you, everyone who has, been with us through all this time. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you for viewing this sit down. We're grateful from Mother Mary Studio. So, thank you, guys. See you next time. Bye. We out.